Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Mr. Rios, for your time, by the way. Mr. Chairman, there's one more item I want to speak about this evening. It's in regards to some of the public comments about the Planning and Zoning Commission that I can just go over very quick. As Dr. is Mary Stewart? As the doctor stated, I was in Corrales on Tuesday night to discuss this issue. And what I want to do to the public, because you deserve it, is to be as transparent as possible and tell you how this thing went down, what I knew, when I knew it, and what was said. So there's nothing out there but fact, because I've been smeared on social media, and I don't appreciate that. So what I will tell you is just a quick little background, and I'd ask you to indulge me for a few minutes on this important topic, which has become an emotional topic. So the Sandoval County Planning and Zoning Commission, ordinance number 10-1-21.9, Foxtrot. It has 7 members appointed. District 2 has 1 member. District 1 applied that 2 members apiece because most of those districts, as you know, are in the unincorporated areas of Sandoval County, which is a large county, 3,700 square miles or so. The members of the Zoning Commission shall be residents of the county and of the commission districts from which they were appointed. They shall serve 2 staggered terms, as you all know from the guidance that's written in the ordinance. An incumbent shall serve the full term unless he or she resigns or is removed for cause. It must be in writing, but not limited to frequent absences, and members shall be removed by a majority vote of the commissioners, which we all know. I want to just discuss briefly the sequence of events of this particular issue for all of you. Ms. Rourke was appointed in October 2016, 1 month before the election. Ms. Scherzinger appointed her to fill out the remaining term that expired in March 2017. We all know what happened with the paperwork. It was not caught until this past week. The election happened on November 8th when I was elected. In December, before I was sworn in, myself and 2 other county commissioners went through various transitional briefings from the various department heads with County Manager Rios. And I very much appreciate that. One of those department heads, by the way, was the head of the P&Z for the county, Mr. Springfield. So, I will tell you, based on past traditions, and the other commissioners can talk about this, or I might have Mr. Rios talk about this, there has been historical precedent, I'm not saying it's right, that after elections, new commissioners could appoint his or her own P&Z commissioner. Proper procedure was not followed. I agree with you. However, in January, earlier this month, several stories went out to the public, and I'm going to read them. I'm going to quote them for you because it's important, and this was on social media. It was what happened. Quote, what happened? Several days ago, Joanne received a call from Mike Springfield, Director of Planning and Zoning, informing her that she no longer would be serving as the Commissioner of Sandoval's Planning and Zoning Commission. Commissioner Block wanted to appoint his own candidate to fill that seat. Mike told her that the commission was empowered to remove a planning and zoning commissioner should they so desire. That is true. That's completely true. Mike, Mr. Springfield and I had a conversation after the briefing with Mr. Rios that I could appoint my own planning and zoning commissioner. He asked if I wanted to do that. I said yes. And he said he would take care of informing the previous planning and zoning commissioner. Quote, illegal action. This attempt to push Joanne off the Planning and Zoning Commission is in violation of Sandoval County's ordinance describing the powers, duties, and organization of the Sandoval County Planning and Zoning Commission. The ordinance makes it very clear why this is illegal action. I agree with that. Policy was violated. No question about it. Quote, the consequences. Why would newly elected Commissioner Block and presumably the soon-to-be chair, Commissioner Chapman, want to have Joanne removed illegally? That is false. I won the election. I was told I could appoint somebody, and it would be taken care of from the county in accordance with guidelines and procedures, which all of them were not followed. Quote, no representation from Corrales. By removing Joanne, Corrales no longer would have a representation on the Planning and Zoning Commission. And of course, Corrales does not have a presence on the newly elected county commission. Rio Rancho, on the other hand, is currently well represented on both bodies. 3 out of the 5 commissioners come from Rio Rancho, and the zoning ordinance automatically provides Rio Rancho with 2 planning and zoning commissioners out of 7 slots. That is adamantly false. Corrales is not in the unincorporated areas. Corrales has its own planning and zoning commission. Whoever is appointed to represent District 2, it's not a specific village, town, or city. It's the entire county. Those decisions are for the entire county. Not Rio Rancho, not Corrales, not strictly Placitas, not Bernalillo, not Cuba, the entire unincorporated areas of the county. What offends me more than anything about this particular statement is that Corrales does not have a presence on the newly elected county commission. You do have a presence. I am here. Just because I don't live in Corrales doesn't mean I don't represent you. I represent you. I am just as much a part of the community of Corrales and Rio Rancho as anybody. I have not had an opportunity to live anywhere for longer than 3 years since 1989 when I left home to join the Air Force. I am a member of this community. I have 2 kids that go to the public school here at Rio Rancho High School. I am vetted in this community. I live here. I work here. This is my home, just as much as it is your home. Quote, Corrales has had a representative on the Sandoval County Planning and Zoning Commission for years. It concerns like those of Placitas, Algodones, Cuba, and other areas of our diverse county need to be taken into consideration. But Commissioner Block clearly wanted to ensure that this person from Rio Rancho would replace the legitimately appointed Rourke. Rio Rancho would then have 3 commissioners on the planning and zoning. Once again, that is completely false. I have told the people of Corrales on Tuesday night, my plan is simple. Whatever our county attorney comes up with the legal reading, I will follow. If the legal ruling states that she shall remain on the commission until October 2018, I will comply with that. That's the law. If her interpretation of the law states that her term expires in March 2017, I will comply with that. If that is the case, I plan to put out on my Facebook page, Sandoval County Commissioner J.C. Block, it's on Facebook, I plan to put an ad out asking people to apply. The only qualifications are you live in my district. That's it. Quote, are there other appointees that are serving terms that this commission wants to remove? It is easy to suspect that something big may be going on here. That is false. There has been nothing close to any type of corruption or anything. This is an error that happened not on 1, not on 2, but 3 people. And I'm sorry. Quote, we certainly deserve to know why Joanne was informed that she was no longer required to serve on the P&Z Commission. We've already answered that. Quote, we certainly need to know if others are being removed before their terms expire. Who are they? Do they belong to a political party? False. I do not care what your party is. I care about your qualifications to do the job. Party means nothing. That's what divides us. And I will not have that. And I don't care if it's a Democrat or Republican, I will not ask what their party affiliation is when they apply for any position where I'm allowed to appoint somebody. Where are we now? I will tell you, I tried numerous times to talk to Mrs. Rourke. I gave her my personal number to call me. She refused. I asked for her number so I could reach out to her. She refused. She sent me an email, quote, you will find me open and willing to listen, end quote. Yet she refuses to talk to me so I can work this out with her personally and privately instead of in the public. I've been very disappointed that she has not called me. I will meet with her anywhere. She knows that. Anytime, anywhere, any place. And instead, I've had numerous friends call me on her behalf, and I've explained the same story to them as I explained to you tonight. I thank Mr. Springfield for making his statement. However, I will tell you, even though this issue happened in October, 1 month before I was elected in roughly almost 3 months before I was sworn in, I am responsible for the mistake. It's not the staff. I'm the elected official. The leadership starts with the elected official. It's our responsibility. We will correct it. We will correct it in a manner that's legal to make sure that this doesn't happen again, and we'll go back and look at the guidance and the ordinance. It is my fault, my responsibility. Not Mr. Springfield's, not Mr. Rios, not the attorneys. It rests with me. I'm not going to go back and blame other people in the past. That's not how this works. We go forward together. It is my fault. And I apologize to Joanne, and I apologize to all of you for the amount of consternation you may be going through. Mr. Chairman, thank you for your time to speak on these issues. I look forward to working with you all, and I especially want to thank the county staff for the great help during the transition to help me get up to speed. And with that, sir, I yield my time. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.